Okay, here I have prepared two pieces that I worked for the front and for the back. For the front, I cast on 48 stitches. For the back, I cast on 50 stitches, just two extra stitches for the back. The lengths that I worked is very close to each other. This is 10 and a half. The other one is 11, just half an inch longer than the front one. And the back one is a little bit wider. That's we need one of them to be a little larger that stays at the back. I gave these a light steam just to have them flat. And now it's time to start working the armhole, shaping the armhole here. I have my paper here just to show you where we are working now. We're gonna work this part first. For both the front and back, that's the same thing. We're gonna repeat exactly the same steps. And for that, I'm gonna just show you the front piece only. For the armholes, we're gonna start in we're gonna work in two sections. The first section will be the bind off here and here. And then we're gonna work gradually decreasing until we get to this measurement here. So you need to measure your front, body front, or you can use one of the old sweaters that you have and you feel the measurement is good. You can measure that part and then you're gonna gradually decrease until you get to that measurement. For the armhole, we're gonna start with binding off two or four stitches depending on the size that you're working. This is the small size for a kid. Then I'm gonna do only two. We're gonna bind up two stitches at the beginning of the row, and then I will work till the end of the row. In the return row, I'm gonna bind off another two. And when we finish the return row, we're gonna start gradually decreasing one stitch at a time on the rows, every other row. We're not gonna decrease on the return rows, only when we are working the front side. And I'm gonna show what is the best way to work the gradual decrease for the armhole. Okay, I'm gonna show only for the front piece. The back piece will be exactly the same. You're gonna work the same way. I'm gonna get my stitches to the left needle. Okay, I'm at the beginning of the row. I will start with binding up two stitches right here at the beginning. I will pick up the edge stitch, then knit one, and then pull that stitch over the next one. This was the first bind off and then another one to make it two, and that's it. I will work this row till end. Okay, I finished this row. In the return row, I will bind up another two stitches. It's gonna be this side this time. The same thing, I'm gonna pick up my edge stitch. I have purl stitch. I'm gonna purl and pull the edge stitch over the second stitch. And one more, and that's it. That will shape my armhole. As I said, if you have more stitches like you are making for adult, it's better you bind off four stitches from each side. You can do three, four, between two to four. It really depends on the size you are working. You have to have it around 3 to 4 centimeter. Okay, I finished this row. We bind off 2 stitches from each side. This will be like depending on your sweater size. The best way is to measure your old sweaters when they are connecting to the back side. It's gonna be around 2 inches. Like the armhole will be about 2 inches. Now we're gonna start decreasing gradually to get to that measurement here in front of the body. For the decreasing, the best way is to decrease after 2 or 3 stitches right here, not at the beginning of the row, because it's not going to give you a nicer edge if you work at the beginning of the row. So I'm going to knit 3 stitches, including my edge stitch, and then I will work a decrease here, one decrease, and that will be decrease that will be lining to the left side. And for that, I'm going to use this method. I'm going to insert my right needle to the stitch this way, and then to the second stitch, I'm going to insert through the back loop this way. And then I will grab the yarn and work the stitch through the holes. Your hole here is going to be smaller, and that will make the nicer decrease. Now the second stitch that I have, you're going to give a toggle and then leave it. This will give you lift, slanting, decrease. I'm going to show the next one too, just to see how it aligns to each other. I'm going to finish this row. At the end of this row, I will do another decrease. Okay, now I'm at the end of the same row, just 5 stitch before the end. We're gonna make another decrease over these 2 stitches. Like the beginning, we're gonna have 3 stitches close to the edge. So for this side, you don't need to use the same method. You can just knit two together this way, and that will give you right slanting decrease. Okay, now I finish my row. Then I will work my return row. There is no decreasing in the return row. We're gonna just purl everything. For the edge stitches, I always make a knit stitch. So again, we're gonna repeat these 2 rows until we reach to the desired measurement. I'm gonna show the decrease one more time here at the side for the left slanting. So again, you're gonna knit 3 stitches at the beginning of the row, and then on top of the one that you did your last decrease, you're gonna again insert your needle through the front loop to the first stitch, then through the back loop to the second stitch, and then you work your knit two together. This stitch kind of is twisted, just giving a little extra hole there. And then you're gonna toggle the second stitch. That's it. That's the main point here, to give a toggle to this stitch here. And then you continue knitting. So we're gonna decrease 1 stitch right here and 1 stitch at the end of the row before the 3 stitches here. This one will be the standard kneading together, and this one the one that I showed you. And you're going to decrease until you get to your desired measure. Whatever you're going to do here, you're going to repeat for the back two, and then I will work my two pieces until I get to my measurement, and then I will be back with the rest.